Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if you are an international medical graduate and you are planning to start your PLAB or UKMLA journey, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to talk about few must know things before you start your PLAB journey, because after I passed my PLAB 2, I realized that nobody usually talks about these things, and everybody talks about how to prepare for PLAB 1, how to prepare for PLAB 2, what is the cost, visa, like other requirements, but nobody usually talks about what are the things that you need to keep in your mind before starting your journey. So without any further delay, let's get started. Well, again, I have jotted down few points which I want to talk about in this video so that I don't miss anything important. And usually I don't ask you guys to do this, but this video particularly, I want you to watch it completely so that you do not miss any important information. And because passing PLAB 2 is not that difficult, but getting GMC registration might be difficult if you do not meet a certain criteria. So let's talk about those. So the first and most important thing to do is check if your medical school is GMC recognized. Go to the GMC medical school list and check if your university is listed. Your primary medical qualification should be from a GMC recognized university. You need to keep in mind if your university was de-recognized by GMC by the time you graduated, GMC may reject your application even after PLAB. Number 2. House job or internship must be completed. Well, you must complete minimum of 12 months of internship or a house job with no more than 20 days leave in total. The internship must be rotational, covering medicine and surgery, and the internship has to be post MBBS. No pre-final year internships are accepted, and you need to keep a logbook of your internship. It should be officially documented with start and end date with sign and signature from the department. And this is true that GMC may reject your application without any valid internship. Moving on to number 3, your primary medical qualification must be verified by EPIC. Once you are ready to apply for GMC registration, your degree needs to be verified by ECFMG's EPIC portal. You can appear in PLAB 1 and PLAB 2 without EPIC verification, but it is mandatory when you are trying to apply for GMC registration. I have made a short YouTube video regarding ECFMG EPIC verification portal and all the information that you need to know about it. You can just go and check it after watching this video. I'm also going to give you a link of ECFMG portal under the description box below, so you can see how you can verify your degree on EPIC portal. Moving on to the next step, home country full registration. Now, people usually get confused between do they need a full registration of their home country, or do they need full registration of the country where they studied their UG from. They do not need full registration of the country they have studied from. Like for example, in my case, I studied from China, so I did not need any full registration from China, but I needed to provide NMLE certificate, which is basically National Medical Licensing Eligibility Certificate, which will be provided by your university, and you do not need any full registration from the country that you studied from. But since I'm from India, so I needed a full registration from my home country, and for which I had to pass FMGE first, and then I was fully registered with Indian Medical Council. And people who haven't done their internship yet, or they are going to start their internship, they need to get a provisional registration. Moving on to the next point, that gaps in your practice. So if you have gaps in your practice, you need to justify those gaps to GMC, and you need to provide evidences like what you were doing between those months or years when you were not practicing clinically. Especially if you have clinical gaps for more than 1 to 2 years, it's going to be hard for you to get a GMC registration, because they ask you a lot of questions. It's not impossible to get a GMC registration if you have gaps, but you have to be like very clear with your evidences. So I would advise you to avoid long gaps in after your graduation, and also between your like after passing your PLAB 2 and your GMC application. I would advise you to continue working. In that way, you will not be having any long-term gaps in your clinical practice or your career. So the next one is avoid red flags in your application. I have specifically wrote down few. No criminal or disciplinary record should be there, and no fraudulent documents or fake internships, no unverified degrees or failed EPIC verification, and do not misrepresent dates and employment history. You really need to be honest with GMC while you're applying for GMC registration, and do not try to be over smart. Just be yourself, be real, be authentic, and do not try to forge any false document. So here are a few PLAB pathway requirements that you need to fulfill before you start your PLAB journey. Number one is IELTS or OET. You must meet the English language criteria before booking PLAB 1. So for IELTS, you need to score 7.5 bands. I think 7 or 7.5 bands, I'm not sure. And for OET, you need to score above band B. So this is what you need to do before you can apply for PLAB 1. PLAB 1 slots are very limited, and it can be taken around the world. You can take it in any country. Like for example, I took it in India. PLAB 2, you can only take it in the UK. So you need to plan your finances, visa and accommodation. Also make sure your passport and other documents are valid and match your booking information. So I would suggest that it's not only about passing your PLAB 1 and PLAB 2, because you need to aim for GMC registration. So you have to be prepared for GMC registration even before your PLAB 2, which I didn't know, and I waited for my PLAB 2. I waited for my results, and then I started to collect all the documents and all the information regarding my GMC registration, which was a stupid decision from my end. So I would suggest that keep all of your documents ready before flying to the UK for PLAB 2. Have your degree certificate, internship certificate, experience letters, registration certificate from India or any other country that you are working, passport, IELTS or OET, EPIC account and verification, good standing certificate, which must be within 3 months of application. So yeah, that's it about this video, and I tried to compile all the information that I think I needed to know before starting my PLAB journey. So if you have any more questions, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, bye.